Hello, my name is Rie Skårhøj, and I'm one of the founders of the association Retro. First of all, welcome to Retro. I'm so happy that you're on this introduction course, and I'm so happy that you're going to hear about the history of Retro, because that's what I'm going to tell you in the next few minutes. I'm one of the founders of Retro, and we go all the way back to 2003 because that was when it started. I attended this church and met a lot of young people in this church, and I heard a lot of them talking about this cafe stuff, could that be really cool, and it's something that we could do. A lot of people talked about it, but nobody really took action on it. Nobody did anything. So I invited a group of these young people to a trip to England. They paid for themselves, but we went to England, to London, to visit different creative projects there, both the churchy things, but also cafes and stuff like that. And on this trip, I gathered the people and we sat down and talked about this subject. Should we make a cafe in Copenhagen? And we decided on this trip, yes, we want to do that. We want to work on this project. Let's go home and be serious about it. So during the spring 2004, we started to make a concept about what this Retro, this cafe should do. What is going to happen with it? We didn't know anything about cafes except we're drinking lattes once in a while in the cafe, but that's all. So we went out and talked to cafe owners and other experts about it. And they said to us, you need a concept. You need to be unique to find a area, a concept that's just yours. And that just rang a bell in our hearts. We want to be special. We want to be unique. So we came up with this three-folded purpose with the cafe. First of all, we wanted it to be creative. We wanted art, we wanted music, we wanted upcoming bands and stuff to play. We thought the scene of Copenhagen needs this kind of project. So we want this creative atmosphere of it. The second thing was we wanted existential reflections. Now, we knew each other from the church and we were used to talking about the deep things in life. But we felt out in Copenhagen we needed this kind of feel, this kind of place where you can sit down, don't need to be dressed up and all made up and stuff like that. You can take your shoes off, just relax and be a part of something where you can talk about things that might hurt, talk about things that really matters in life. We also wanted debates and stuff like that. So that was the second thing. The third thing is that we wanted the love to spread around, love your neighbor theme. So we wanted the cafe to be driven by volunteers mainly. And we wanted the profit to be sent to humanitarian projects. So this was the purpose, and this is still the purpose of the whole association. It's written in these papers that we have of the association. Now, we didn't have a place, we didn't have any money. But luckily during networking we found Knapostræde 26, and the association who owned the whole house thought that we were a cool project and they wanted to give us a cheap rent so we could be there and start the thing up. We were excited and we started to renovating the place because it was really messy from the beginning. And when we started to renovating it, people just joined in. More and more people actually came. That was really cool to find that out. We also noticed that when we talked about how to organize ourselves, that we needed some managers to take care of the everyday deliveries, the everyday cleaning, the everyday things, because that is too much for volunteers just to handle. So we hired two people, Anders Skov, Johannes Christensen. We told them, you are hired like 10, 15 hours per week. We don't have any money, but could you please work here? And if we get profit, you'll be the first to be paid. And then we'll send the profit to humanitarian projects afterwards. And luckily they said, yeah, that's okay, we'll do that. And then we opened the cafe in January 2005. And that's why we have the birthday in January 2005. The first year or half a year, we were all excited, but we were also looking for the customers, like where were they? We have this amazing cafe and it's so cozy and everything, but we need the customers. So it was a hard time to get the customers to come. But luckily we have this cool guy, Carsten, who arranged a lot of concerts in the cafe Friday and Saturday evening. And he did this, and when we had music, lots of people came. And have you been in retro once? You often tend to come back again. And I think that is what happened. A lot of people came in during the weekend, and then they came back during every day also. And then the words slowly spread around in Copenhagen. So I think it was 2 or 3 years into retro life that we sat down in the board and said, okay, we can do better. There's no space. When I come in the cafe Friday evening, there's no space for me. My butt cannot find a seat. So we can do better. We can actually do a cafe more. Why don't we do that? So we started to open Retro Nørrebro. Took a couple of years, but we did it. And Simon Frederiksen was this spare leader of this one, or the spearhead of it. And we also said it's cool that we send money to India at that time, but we also want to do our own humanitarian projects. We want to go down and meet the people who don't have the same opportunities as we have. We are so lucky and blessed to be born here in Denmark, or where you're from. But a lot of people don't have this kind of opportunity. They don't have the access to school. They don't have access to clean water. They don't have food. So let's try to go there and really make a difference, not just send the money. So this turned out that we made 3 humanitarian projects. One of them was Kono, and I went to Africa to Sierra Leone together with Annie. And I looked these young people in the eye and just felt the difference when they heard that not only were we able to send money to them, but we were also hundreds of young people back in Denmark thinking about them, working for them, trying to make their life a better place, and their country a better place. And that's just really touching, and I hope you can feel that as well. So this is why we have this humanitarian focus. It's so easy to help people that you care about, people that you live next to, but people in Africa and India, wherever there's poverty, we can more easily forget them because they're just out there somewhere. We can just turn off the TV and then we can just look the other way. So humanitarian projects really touches my heart, and I hope it touches yours as well. From there on, I think you will hear more about what happened afterwards. Ruben Stubb came as a project also. So this was just a founding history, and I hope that it will inspire you. I hope that you will find encouragement and that you will also be able to fulfill some of the ideas that you have. I would say that it's been difficult, it's been rough, it's been lots of hard work, but it's also been so fun and so rewarding and giving to go out on a limb and really try to do something, make a difference to other people. So encouragement from here, and I hope that you enjoyed this story and will remember it. So good luck to all of you, and see you around in Retro.